Hey guys, welcome everybody to another chart analysis update for Bitcoin and Ethereum on this channel. And as promised in yesterday's video, today the stock analysis will start. So after Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're going to have a look at the Palantir chart together. But let's start as always on the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame, and the view is still unchanged. Okay, we had 212 setups here on the top, a crash which I see personally as a wave 3, a wave 4, a wave 5, and in my opinion that's the second wave 4, which finishes off, like this whole movement, since we had also 212 setups, and it would just be reasonable to get a second wave 4 and then a second wave 5 to complete the move. The Elliottwave guideline tells us that this second wave 4 should actually not, or it's not supposed to go above this previous wave 4. But it's also not a complete invalidation point, if you want to call it that. I mean, what we could do is we could measure the target for the wave 4, and it would, well, if I measure it like that, it actually looks a bit stupid even, because target would be exactly there. But it's actually a guideline that wave 4 is not supposed to go above the previous wave 4. But I mean, this doesn't look really well for my trade, honestly. But I mean, let's see, maybe we get rejected right here, because you have been following this analysis all the time, since weeks I guess, if you are watching this video right here, and I can just tell you that the second wave 4 is not supposed to go above the previous wave 4. It's not a complete invalidation, and I don't want to make my stop loss for this trade at this point. That would just be a miserable risk reward, so I would rather not take a trade than set my stop loss up there. So that's why I'm in the trade as it is, and I'm still in the trade as it is, and it didn't get stopped out yet, and I'm staying in the trade. If it gets stopped out, I will not do anything else today, and we'll just come back tomorrow and review the situation. Maybe I overlooked something, can happen, and that's how I'm gonna proceed. So for Bitcoin, the view stays unchanged, also my trade stays unchanged. It's just getting really close. It's just getting tested, you could say, And if it's getting stopped out, it's not directly full invalidation, it's just something that's not, textbook, if you wanna call it like that. But it would still not necessarily change my view, because it really looks like we need another low to finish the move. What should I say? It's really like that, I don't wanna lie. And if we want to switch over on the Ethereum chart, wait. We're clearly seeing the same picture here, okay? Just that Ethereum already did a way higher high than over there, and we expected it to make a higher high, okay? Because for Ethereum we see that's, actually a pretty nice movement, just a clear, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse without any further 1-2s or something. It was really just 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a WXY within a wave 4, which we anticipated pretty nicely. We had all these trend reversal areas on the chart. Also this one, which we are in right now, which tells us, that right here, it's supposed to make the reversal towards the downside into the target area there. And this view didn't change, and it would only change really if we go above $2,060. So that would actually be a reasonable short situation right now, with a clear, point to put the stop loss, like that. Because this is a really reasonable risk reward, at least 3-1. This is a pretty reasonable thing to do right now. I'm personally staying in my Bitcoin short, and I don't open another Ethereum short, because that would just be me over risking it, So that's why I'm staying put. But yeah, that's clearly how I continue to see it, and that would really only change above the $2,060 level. Everything below that really indicates, based on the Elliottwave analysis method, another low to be taking place. Let's last but not least have a look at the Palantir chart, because I announced already that we will have some stock analysis here on this channel as well. From now on we will include one daily stock, and we will repeat these cycles every single month, so that we see all the stocks in our portfolio that we are analyzing once a month, and we're getting an overview Here the Palantir chart is a pretty, nice example for a classic impulse towards the upside. It's, like it really can't be anything else what we saw here on the daily time frame towards the upside from the, substantial low at 4.7 to the high at 209,000. It was, you can't really call count that corrective in any way. It was an impulse towards the upside, so that's why I'm personally speculating, or anticipating to a very high likelihood this to be a wave 2 towards the downside. And the wave 2 consists out of a corrective move, a 3-wave move, which takes a lot more time than a wave 1. So also the wave A is supposed to go in 5 waves. It's supposed to be an impulse, and we see 5 waves towards the downside right here at this place. So this could very well be, for example, a leading diagonal in an A wave. So right now I'm anticipating a time-consuming B wave, which could stretch out over several weeks, in my opinion. And then another impulse towards the downside in a C wave. And there is a very nice thing to highlight. I personally see very much liquidity laying over there, and it's pretty overlapping with the target area that we are having here on the chart. And it would really make a nice picture if the C wave grabs this liquidity somewhere in several weeks and months from now, to just reverse towards the upside from there. So that's the analysis I'm going with. We're seeing every single day now some other stock, and we're taking it into our analysis portfolio from now. And I hope you liked it, guys. Leave the video a like, thumbs up, follow the channel if you like the content, subscribe, activate the small little bell, and we see each other in tomorrow's video. Until then, stay hard. Ciao, ciao.